Hello, a very good evening to you. Welcome to the press conference on Silverbirds Rhythm 93.7 Jos. It's a lovely Thursday evening. Today is the 5th of March 2026 and we're excited to be with you on the show. My name is Samson Omale, and of course the press conference is a show that's all about unpacking some of the day's top stories journalistically, because we're journalists on the show, and of course we offer perspectives that is obviously not what ordinarily you'll have access to, as it were, just to engender a society where government, those who are elected, will be more accountable, while we also have the citizen empowered to ask the right questions and demand good governance. And that's the essence of the show today. My name is Samson. It's always exciting to be here on the show daily, Mondays through to Thursdays from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Mr. Odin.
Good evening. Good to be back. We apologize for not being with you yesterday. All the same, we're back here to serve you and serve you better. My name is Okandi Odin.
All right, Okandi, let's get going. The APC seem to be getting its act right, as it were, with its state congresses. So far, even though there were a bit of some minor disagreements, that is not really something that is not beyond the party to handle. Even in Plateau State here, the APC state congresses or Congress has been concluded. There was a mild drama in the course of the Congress when a particular individual, a zonal vice chairman who was elected, his election didn't go down well with some people who even accused him of not having a card for the party, and membership card of the party. But he took the intervention of the state governor, His Excellency Caleb Manasseh Mutfang, to step in, and he defied all the protocol and wanted to handle the matter himself, and called the representative of those who were protesting right at the Congress ground and said, "Hey, look, what's your problem? Let's talk." And even asked him to come and talk with him, define all manner of protocols, as it were, and having talked, appeal to them and say, "Hey, look, it's a new dispensation. They must chart a different course. Whatever it is, they will look into it and have it handled." So in Plateau, that's one of the issues. In Benue, there was also an issue, but somewhat, I think that their matter is also being considered and being handled properly. In other states, it was smooth and quiet. In Lagos State, for instance, in Katsina, for instance, and in different places. Others are still having theirs today. But the point is that the APC state congresses is being concluded, and looking forward to the next elective convention of the party, which will be coming up very shortly. Mr. Ode.
Well, I didn't expect any disquiet from the state congresses, because there was no contest. It is when there's a contest that there will be exchange of ideas, there will be banters, and people will disagree and agree and disagree again. So there was basically no contest in all the states. States like Katsina State, by 2 p.m. of that day, while people were just arriving the venue here in Plateau, by 2 p.m. in Katsina, they had concluded the congresses using the principle of consensus or adoption. Mm-hmm. Yes. So that was the principle they used in most parts of the country, or in all the states of the country. In Benue, it was bound to be so, and I do not know. That is what makes it to say the matter is being handled as it is. As of yesterday, the matter was still unserviced. The disagreement between the state governor
and now.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's been handled. I said it's been handled.
Okay. The disagreement between Governor Leah and the SGF, led to the emergence of two. In fact, created two congresses. So two rival chairmen emerged for the same APC in Benue State. As of yesterday, a lot of people from across the state re-echoed the message of the vice president earlier during the Progressive Governors Forum, that event I held last week, where the vice president actually took Akume and the rest of the Benue elite, political elite, by surprise by adding or extending his speech on that occasion to include a call on the SGF to go home and mend fences with the state governor and make sure that APC in Benue is won. So the struggle, the challenge now is that people are now calling on the president, and other party bigwigs from outside Benue State to intervene and try to seal that gulf that is putting Alia on the one side and putting the SGF on the other side with his own faction. Okay. So I do not know whether I want to congratulate that there was no contest. So we couldn't have expected any kind of pushing and shoving.
Now, it's not only in Benue that they had issues. There were also issues in Ondo State and also in Delta State, where these states also had issues that, of course, only goes to show the deepening crisis within the states within the state hierarchy of the party. Stakeholders of the APC in Taraba State adopted a consensus arrangement well ahead, and of course, it follows intense controversy between legacy members and newly defected stakeholders, which we should expect. Remember the 60-40 arrangement.
Yes.
Now, the dispute centered in Taraba State centered on the sharing of party position, which nearly escalated before Governor Kefas convened a meeting with T.I. Danjuma, who is like the Jagaban of that state, really, and had things to frail now, to simmer. But again, these are some of the issues that come in Delta State. What happened was the fact that Chief Solomon Arenyeka emerged as the APC chairman through consensus during the state congresses held in Asaba. And then, of course, the former Speaker of the state had earlier moved a motion dissolving the. But again, there were a bit of disquiet rather in that state following this election. So these are just some of the a few disagreements. But on the overall, even though, as you rightly said, there were no contests in most of the states, but again, I think the point is that they followed the constitutional provision for electing their state congresses, as it were, especially based on the new Electoral Act, where they agreed there were two options they had, either direct primaries or consensus, and they decided to go this way of consensus. And I think that going into the primary elections, a lot of them the APC may likely adopt a consensus arrangement to ensure that they are able to do. But again, the process of consensus also, achieving and attaining the consensus is not as easy as we would think. You have to follow the rules and the guidelines.
The convention per se is already a walkover.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? Say for close matter.
Mm-hmm.
One in some states, like Imo State, Anambra, or many other states, the people use the state congresses to even overreach the agenda for the day by adopting, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a sole candidate for 2027. Mm-hmm. So remember that we still have the general conventions, mm-hmm. Congresses, mm-hmm. before the convention proper, mm-hmm. where they are simply going to maybe affirm again the national officers and then proceed with or begin to their plan for 2027. But their candidates now for 20 is already obvious before the presidential convention. But it will be
I'm not even talking about the presidential. I'm even talking about National Assembly elections and governorship elections as well. The primaries for these elections in the APC.
Okay,
that's what I was referring to.
Oh, that is, they will have to finish. They will finish their convention before the
the primaries is next month.
April,
yes.
Yes. You see, that is what a lot of people are saying, because this thing may look to how the system, the process will not crash, because so many things are coming in too close and too quick a succession.
But the party should have had their conventions before now. They've delayed this convention.
No, they delayed this convention. They themselves who made the laws did not anticipate the protest by the other the Muslim community that the timetable for the election next year will coincide with the Ramadan. It will not go well with them.
But where we are not even very truthful with study is that while we are thinking about elections not holding during Ramadan, we are holding primaries, we are holding state congresses. That is also an election process during Ramadan. Why don't we cancel everything and leave it until the whole Ramadan time, the holy month is observed properly, people are back, and then we'll have this done. But we are still conducting state congresses. We are hoping to conduct national convention even in the time of Ramadan.
Good question. Which would have been a better question in those 2 weeks ago when the argument was raging, when the National Assembly was trying to reconsider their position, and which they did. You know, remember a caller from Bukuru a Muslim actually called us here to say it is not true. The observance of the Ramadan cannot be affected by the election. But they went ahead and changed it and brought it 2 months backwards. Then you expect in a state like Plateau, we are having local government elections this same year. The parties are involved in preparing for local government elections. The parties are involved in preparing for state assembly, national assembly, governorship, president, all primaries and the rest.
They didn't see all of this now. For some who, for their own, whatever they wanted to achieve, just wanted to use that. You know, that's the way I think, and I think I'm entitled to my opinion. You know, without considering the whole picture of what this will do, because the primaries is going to be next month. They must conduct their primaries from governorship to national assembly to state assembly to the presidential primaries. All must be conducted in April. And all the disputes and substitution and everything that comes with it must also end between that and May.
INEC too. Are they sure of themselves? You remember in during Jonathan, that Jega.
Yeah.
The elections, President Jonathan was forced to postpone the elections by 2 weeks or so.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how INEC will get its acts together, make sure everything works smoothly. Everything is in place, you know. The budget is having the right budget to do everything and be able to deliver at the short time that has now been prescribed for the exercise.
Okay, we will keep watching the space and see what exactly will happen. But again,
you see, remember that there is high spirit in some of the opposition parties.
Yes,
they are expecting that there will be system collapse within the APC.
That's the APC or the PDP.
The PDP, ADC, ADP, you know, Labour Party and the rest. They are high spirits, waiting to receive aggrieved persons. You know, that will prove part of the APC.
But everybody is moving to the APC.
No, they will. That's why I said if there is system collapse, there will be a reversal of movement.
So you see, the way the electoral act is also structured, I think that's another thing we need to do as a program and as people at this other side, is that it doesn't give you that latitude of space and time. That if you are aggrieved in this particular political party, you can quickly go there and pursue your ambition. It also appears to be a clause in that. So you must remain where you are, and I'm excited about that. Remain where you are and deal with your issues. You will pay for the consequences of either not moving or moving, because eventually the time will be against you for you to say you are aggrieved now and you want to go and seek election somewhere else. This
electoral act is due for review even before it was signed. Because it has been skewed so much to favor the party in power. You know,
how do you mean?
Okay, take this example.
Yes.
They received, or I don't know what they did. People moved in and moved in. Then they used one jam lock. You know, say okay, nobody goes out again at 0 time like that. The same electoral law is talking of parties submitting their membership register and said to INEC and all such things. For what? For what?
The INEC is the electoral body.
What is the business of INEC with the membership strength of a party?
Maybe it's part of what they wanted to use to do in order to ensure that they can validate most of their processes.
We should need to send to President Tinubu.
Me, I say yes to that. I say yes to that because a lot of these parties may study. To be fair, they don't even know their members. They will claim and come and tell you that they have 30 million members and all of that. And there's no way you can validate.
Will you tell me, as President Tinubu is sitting in Abuja there, does he know all the APC members?
No, he doesn't.
Apart from these ones that he can talk to move to his side. Does he know, for instance, the new publicity secretary of APC in Plateau State? Does Tinubu know him? Is he not a member of ABC?
He must not necessarily know.
Oh, you see, you have changed. Say he must not necessarily.
Yes.
You know, and you were talking that most of the parties do not know their members and the rest.
No, what
It
I'm
is
saying
just
is have
natural.
a record. No, have a record of their
Parties,
members. Authentic party register. Do they have it? And these are things we should encourage, Mr. Ode.
Parties have been doing their registration. Now, what we are talking about that is unique, the innovation that has been brought in there is this e-registration. That is the only difference. If you go to the parties from the wards and the districts, they have their own notebooks containing names of their members.
Mr. Ode, I have spoken to party officials.
The only thing
I've spoken to party officials who tell me that they are not sure of if they tell them to produce an authentic register of their members.
Those are peripheral members, like this kind of person that you said causes a show at the party at the state congress that when they were doubting his membership. You know?
That's the more reasons why they should have an authentic register.
Yeah, don't
and that's why INEC is also insisting, according to what you said, that they should produce a tested
register. But I know parties have been having their register.
I also know that party officials have told me that they cannot vouch that they have an authentic register of their members.
That is, are those people, are they members right from the ward level?
That is something.
Because I know at the ward level, yes, registration in the party will include your name, start with your name being written in one long notebook that they have there. Before other ceremonies like issuing you a card and other things. So if they write your name in the notebook, they normally go and burn it.
That's why INEC is saying let them find out, let them have it.
No, what I'm saying is, see, with the kind of the kind of apprehension,
yes,
between the electorate and other parties, INEC has to do a lot. INEC has to be very, very careful. So that it shouldn't be seen by other stakeholders in the process that INEC is being partisan, that INEC is being biased. You know, the dishonesty that the National Assembly people have exhibited by including those terms that appear to be giving INEC more power by saying that all parties should give them. The INEC has enough to do. It's not supposed to worry itself with the membership or the membership strength of any party. It's not its business.
The commission said it is prioritizing the continuous sanitization of the voter register to address concerns relating to okay. Now I thought it was about the party because I just saw this pop up and all of that. But again, if INEC, yes, INEC may not be, it should not, but I think they should be able to provide guidance to also have a process. Mr. Ode, especially now that you want to do direct primaries.
Look, INEC is not an expert on party formation.
Okay.
Take note.
Okay.
INEC is supposed to, by now, is not even an expert in conducting elections, given the experiences we have been having. It is supposed to be aspiring by now to attain a certain level of proficiency in organizing elections. So it must not go and meddle into issues that do not really concern it. Its business is to conduct election, not to superintend over membership drive for the political parties.
Who supervises the activities of the political parties according to the constitution and the electoral act?
When they talk of, every party talk of party supremacy, what is the meaning of that?
I'm not asking you, I'm rhetorically not asking you to provide me the answers, but I'm just asking.
No,
who supervises? I'm just
the
wondering
party has its internal administrative and organizational structure.
Yes.
Yes, it runs itself. You understand me? It provides for its own internal democracy, its survival, how to participate in the entire contest and the rest.
No doubt.
No other body anywhere that is vested with the power say you are the person to control or supervise. No. The only thing is that when it comes to issues of legal dispute, you know, parties or any other body, the roads lead to one place, to the courts. That is when the courts become funny and insincere in most of the kind of judgments that they issue from there. People get very worried.
Okay, but just to let you know that the revised timetable of INEC looks something like this. Key milestone that may interest our listener this evening is the fact that conduct of party primaries, including resolution of disputes arising from primaries, will commence on the 23rd of April and is expected to end on the 30th of May 2026. So that's a long 1 month window. Now, presidential and National Assembly campaigns is expected to start on the 19th of August, while governorship and state House of Assembly campaigns is expected to commence on the 9th of September 2026. So that's where we are with this. So we're expecting that these primaries will be conducted not just in May, not only April, but they have up to the end of May, and I think that's a bit of a long time.
It's normally the span now.
Yeah.
Yes. It's just that instead of May to June, it was last time. This time it's April to May, which is logical because they brought back the elections, the presidential elections from February to January.
Yeah. We'll peruse the Electoral Act, because again, like some people are already beginning to ask and are already agitated that look, they don't know where the president has signed. They need to make those copies available and make them public so that nobody insert something into, and people are not even really checked through to know what they complete, because there are issues and provisions in the Electoral Act that many may not be aware of, that may also be of a sense of concern, and we should be able to, and I think we need to spend some bit of time
the issue now is not whether the president has signed. Remember that during the conduct of AMAC elections, they said that was the first test of the new electoral law. So he had actually signed it into law before the conduct of that election. What has been agitating the minds of people is, why was there so much haste between the passing of the bill by the National Assembly to the president being available to sign it into law in a matter of hours? And then we have a situation where some other bills do not enjoy such express treatment. You know, we have the tax reforms or amendment bill that ended up, they themselves in the National Assembly started arguing that the thing had multiple versions. So we don't know which one is which now. So what should even concern us now is that the electorate should have unfettered access to the details of the Electoral Act. We need all of us, not only the politicians, not only those who are contesting election. We all need to understand the letters, the details of the Electoral Act, where it favors or what does not favor, so that we can always argue, you know, why it should be or why it should not be. Or just as I said, that it may be ready, may be overdue already for review. Given popular interest, or how it affects the interest of the masses, or how it impinges on the sense of justice to other parties.
Okay. We'll keep our fingers close to what's going on there, and we'll see how things will turn out with the Electoral Act, its implementation, and all that is connected therein or therewith, as it were. Okay. There's a move right now in Kano, and there's the State House of Assembly soon to be taking a cue from Rivers State, where members of the State House of Assembly are hoping to impeach a deputy governor of the state. And that's the story that's coming through from Kano this morning, where the State House of Assembly are really working towards this project of unseating.
What is his offense?
His offense, I'll get to that offense very shortly, because they've been able to drop a couple of things, because the House actually has communicated and have commenced that process to impeach this deputy governor of Kano State. His name is Aminu Abdulsalam Warozo. Now, what are his offense? They said, one, there is allegation that is based on gross misconduct, abuse of office, and breach of public trust. The notice of impeachment was formally presented during plenary by the majority leader, Lawan Hussein Idala, who stated that the move was in line with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the notice outlines multiple allegations connected to Abdul Salam's time as commissioner, and that's the interesting part of this, commissioner for local government, between 2023 and 2024, as well as actions allegedly taken in his current capacity as Deputy Governor. Mr. Ode.
You see, those grounds you have read out, if we're in project writing or research writing, I'll dismiss all of them as speculative and without any impetus.
There are
strong grounds.
There are also other additions. He said he diverted local government
diverted
funds.
when? Why is it now? Who approved it before I diverted? And it didn't raise alarm since. Each time somebody, a deputy, disagrees with the governor or he refuses to move, then you go back and begin to cook things and look for the he diverted. Where were they when he was diverting it? Why is it that it is only now they are realizing that he diverted money? Or they think that they want to pull the carpet off his feet because it is with the movement of Abba Yusuf to the APC. This deputy governor is likely to emerge as the NNPP candidate in the 2027 elections. And knowing the nature, the dynamics of Kano politics, anything can happen. So they should stop boring us with these familiar threats. That of Rivers State just started when further and back and rest. The thing has died. They are starting to die. They are beginning again to divert us. While we'll be talking and thinking about this impeachment or whatever, the real diversion of resources will occur in that same Kano and nobody will talk about it.
Okay. Mr. Ode, is this a press conference?
Of course.
Okay, so the press conference is about who?
So go ahead. It's like
no, just answer. It's
like an interesting subject is unfolding.
Absolutely. The press conference is about what?
It's about issues in the news.
By who?
Involving pressmen.
Okay, fine. So this is interesting because some pressmen have attracted the attention of a state governor.
Okay.
Yes. And because it's a press conference, let's tell you that Edo State Governor Monday Okpebolo has invited 2 news anchors to visit the states. Speaking in Benin City during a defection rally, Okpebolo said he will personally drive the journalists who are anchors of a popular television station, news station in this country, that he will personally drive them around Edo State to see the developmental projects. And thereafter he went on to claim that by the end of that visit, those journalists will be campaigning for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's re-election ahead of 2027, and it's generated a lot of buzz online. A lot of people are coming with many mixed reactions.
Well, that is the thing about said. If you want to hide the identity of the journalist and the television station,
yes.
You see, our analysis here would not really make sense. Why is he inviting them?
Because
what did they do?
Because they've been very critical of his actions, his words.
Now, did they say he's not performing? I know the one that is trending is that he couldn't read GCFR. I watch it now.
When?
That was the event was what event? It was
GCA in 2026.
What I'm telling you, last week.
Oh.
That was what event?
I'll look for it.
Yes, about 2 weeks when I know that Dr. Ruben Abati
yes,
particularly took him up,
yes,
and the thing went viral, saying that Benin people decided, the Edo people, that they chose to embarrass themselves by voting the wrong person into office, who cannot even read the abbreviation GCFR. This is not about pronouncing. It is just like you are teaching a kindergarten, a pupil. The alphabets. You start A, B, C, D. This man could not read it. That before cameras. He was saying GCON, GSM, and that kind of thing. The thing is written very clearly. GCFR, referring to the international honor held by the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That has been trending, and Edo people have been looking for where to hide their heads. And then now he's telling that he will personally drive. They didn't elect him to be a driver.
But he's making an offer.
What is that offer? It's diverting our attention. If he goes to this very project that he went and GCFR is written there, will he be able to read it?
Okay, I think I got the video, sir. And maybe I should just play play that video for all of us to have a taste of what Mr. Ode is saying about GCFR and those state government.
Nigeria, our father, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GFS, ably represented by the Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, our father, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GFS.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. So you see,
People make
this kind of
mistakes,
shape.
Mr. Ode.
Oh,
People make mistakes.
no, Omale, no.
People make mistakes.
No, don't-
You and I have made
Don't
mistakes several
ridicule
times
this man.
on
Don't
this
ridicule this.
station.
You
Or
are
even on this
worsening.
program.
You are worsening the humiliation
I have
he
made
brought upon
mistakes.
himself.
I have made mistake myself.
Okay. You see, we have not yet, the budget he presented the other time that he couldn't read the figures. It's not up to you. In every 2 months, 3 months, he's reading things upside down. Tell me, GCFR, how does it resemble GSM?
He didn't say GSM. He said
And
GSM.
not as if he was even saying from his head, he was writing on his head, there is a paper type, in his hands, typed for him,
But he was
printed in bold type.
Off cuff. He wasn't reading it from. I saw the video, Mr. Ode. So
I
he
don't
was-
know
he
what
was-
you are struggling to do here.
Yes.
You know? Yes. You heard what he did there.
Yeah.
You are just, what are you trying to struggling to save?
No, well, I'm not trying
So,
to.
but
I'm
what
not
I'm
offending
telling you is
what I'm saying is that
let him
anybody
not-
can
let
make
him not-
mistakes.
no, not this
Mr.
time.
Ode,
Not this time.
anybody can make mistakes.
Not this time. Not this
He may
time.
not have seen the word like that before. It's possible.
But did not do what?
He possibly may not have seen those words before. It's very possible, Mr. Ode. It's very
This kind of thing. You want the dope people to stone you if they see you.
No, I'm telling you, there are words I've never seen before. You may
It's
not
not
think
you
I have
to
seen.
sympathize with them, like Abati said, but that they use their own hand to take the poison.
It is not a dope people that.
They protect
It
him.
is not a dope people that make him not to know how to call JCFR, Mr. Ode. It's not a dope people.
No.
A dope people are not the one who are calling GCFR or GSS or GCF, whatever.
You are not following the right line of argument.
What's the right
He
line of
say it's
argument?
the dope people that
Hey,
taught him how to misread.
yes.
You know, this one now that is worse than misreading. No, it's disreading.
Disreading.
Yes.
Okay.
Edo you did not teach him that. What Dr. Abati said is that Edo people should not complain about this, miserable outing. That they took the decision consciously to embarrass themselves by voting a man who cannot read, simple written in uppercase. They chose to elect him to come to power, so they should be ready to be taking this kind of embarrassment until such a time that the constitution provides them the opportunity to correct their error.
So actually, we don't want to publicize this here, but he has invited Dr. Ruben Abati and Rufai Hussein to come to Edo where he will personally drive them.
It is not the issue of drive. Those people are not looking for drivers. You understand me? Abati knows Benin. Rufai is from Edo State. He too knows Benin. There is nothing peculiar about Benin now that he will carry around that kind of thing. If you go there, the noise you make, I hope you have been to Benin, that kind of thing. You see old roofs and all those things with very narrow streets and all such things. So what has he done now? Why is it? If he wants to elect president, he should go beyond Abati and Rufai. Let us know that it is a facility tour he wants to conduct with pressmen. Why this particular people? Because they anchored the program and ridiculed this error that he committed publicly. If he wants to invite pressmen for a facility tour of projects, let him invite pressmen. He should not zero it on Abati and Rufai only.
Okay. We just needed to mention that as we move on.
And we don't encourage governors to be disreading abbreviations and then begin to deceive us with facility visits.
Yeah, we don't encourage that. But again, we are not perfect, and mistakes are allowed. People can make mistakes. even though some mistakes are too obvious.
When they become habitual, in his own case here, this is.
Well, he's not made any catastrophic mistake in the last 6 months.
How many months do you give him to commit one? When does one mistake expire before he commits another one?
No, that's the point. If it's habitual, it means that
he juggled figures during the budget presentation.
Anytime he
as a governor, he did not know how many digits 1,000 should have, or 1 million will have, or 1 billion will have.
Okay, Mr. Ode, let's move on. We wish Edo State Governor well, and we pray that the next time he will not make this kind of mistake again.
It's the people, I pray for the people, and wish that they will use the appropriate opportunity when it comes, they should recognize the opportunity and redeem their own image.
Okay, from Edo State, let's cross over to Cross River State, where the member representing Obubra. Yes, Obubra
State Constituency.
Yes. In the Cross River State House of Assembly. Mr. Help me call this now. Over Agbo.
Oh, yes, you tried. Over Agbo.
Over Agbo has been suspended indefinitely over alleged violent conduct. Now, though the Assembly was not willing to disclose the nature of the violence he was involved in, he's been suspended on. I mean, it's all over the place in Cross River State that this particular legislator is alleged to have constantly manhandled his wife following his excessive drinking and late night habits.
Who's excessive drinking?
The husband, this lawmaker.
Okay.
So he comes home, in the state of his drinking stupor. He is not sober. His lack of sobriety.
But he's strong enough to manhandle.
He's strong enough to manhandle. And then he keeps a lot of late nights. Now, the assembly itself that's why I was mentioning this here, took a strong position condemning the alleged violent attack, saying it was unbecoming of him. Now, the House reached a resolution during the plenary today, following a motion moved by Davis Etta and seconded by Francis Bassi Asokwo. They say such behavior was contrary to the ethical standards expected of members of the legislative arm of government. As a matter, they even set up a committee to handle the case. I think I'm impressed with the Cross River State Assembly for taking. It looks like a non-issue, but it's a fundamental issue that bears on.
You see, you brought it here. It's a very delicate issue.
Yes.
You understand me? It's a very delicate issue.
How delicate is the delicacy?
If we have to provide the details of why that beating took place, some of the assembly members themselves are accused people in this same matter for which they are punishing somebody. You get my point? So I wish we do not discuss it further because I am aware of this thing. I've seen the pictures of the blows and the rest. But it is important also that when some people chose to become interested in the matter, the wife halted them, said, all of you go away, we will sort out ourselves. We will sort out ourselves. I'm quoting her. This is what she said. Now, if the wife dismisses the interference of other people and has the presence of mind to say whatever happened, people should let them be, they will sort out themselves. Why would the House want to take interest in a manner that the same person they are sympathizing with is telling other members of the public to look in different direction, that they will tidy up their house?
You don't want to have a dead body before you say you didn't take action, Mr. Ode.
No.
Especially when it has to do with
I say no.
Violent.
No.
Yes, I don't understand what you said. Though. I really don't understand what you said. That members of the maybe you need to be more explicit.
The woman said they will sort themselves out, and I respect that.
So the House.
I don't want to come to the radio here and talk about things what led to the fight and all those things.
Yes, not necessary.
You understand?
Yes.
Yes.
It's not necessary. But you seem to have taken a position that's a bit.
No. I say I respect. See, the people, married people, any person can disagree with his wife. That kind of thing. The extent of which you disagree is a different thing. But it is important that the wife, So people should look in a different direction, that they will sort out themselves, and I think they should be allowed to sort themselves out.
But this has become habitual.
How do you get habitual?
According to the report.
No, don't take it
report by the house.
No,
I'm not taking it. I don't know him.
That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying.
It's based on the report that the house.
I've been on this issue since afternoon and the rest. Yes. Leave that matter.
Okay, Mr. Oji.
Yes.
Members of Obubra constituency.
Obubra 1 state constituency. They have 2 members in the state house for assembly.
And one is handling his wife. The other is not. 08064641536. 08064641536 is the number to call this evening. I will talk some more. Good evening and welcome to the show.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
This is Charlie Turner calling from Jos.
Charlie, how are you? Welcome to the show.
I want to talk about the issue of governor.
Okay.
Pronouncing a different sentence for the name of the president. Remember when campaign was going on? Immediate past governor said he did it to a campaign ability that he cannot read very well. How was the show him back him? He said that the governor cannot read very well. He's a senator, he can read. Look at the evidence now. And look at what he's doing. This is the governor of the APC. They say they know the best. And look at the whole governor standing before people, meeting the name of the president. It's an impeachment offense. It's enough to impeach him. He doesn't deserve to be a governor. He cannot read very well. He doesn't deserve to be a governor. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, sir. 08064641536. Good evening and welcome to the press conference. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Okay. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Benjamin.
Your radio is still. I'm sorry, when you call us, kindly turn down the volume on your radio set, right? So that we can have this conversation in a decent manner. Good evening. Welcome to the show.
Hello, thanks and good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, people. Can you go press people? Let me know, come and bless.
Sino Comberry, welcome to the show.
I also really don't know what to say.
Yes, sir.
The Bible says, you will take on that. Money answer all questions. Look at the way we're taking from money, subsidy mover, and the way we are allocating blessing and everybody says, no more conscious. That's the thing. I was 3 years ago, and a man from the United States was suspended for conducting this Ramadan Amor in Robert because of what he said. Governors will respect more than God. The message was him. And then I want to somebody from what is called. So, that's how we go to do. Let's talk about according to let's to give us law. The way they made the point that somebody cannot be wrong after conducting an election. They will need to go make separation. He was recommended, and then the word I said, it was printed in electoral issue that help Nigeria democracy. And we are not doing anything. We think about this reality. And wasting our money. No road, no war, no security, no nothing. Tell me what thing so that everything are considered.
Okay, sir. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Amen. 08064641536. Zero 08064641536 is the number to call. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to the press conference.
Okay, this is putting from Papa.
Okay, go ahead.
I love the profile. They only hate me to miss me now. Because they was talking about I used to miss my life down the way. Somewhere that was a senator. They have never seen the lamb of a pound before. And every about it. You guys go to the people of president, it's very that and he's only still there.
Amen. Amen.
They can do anything during the fasting, but they cannot do election during fasting. You see what they are taking this country over?
Yes.
It is well.
Amen.
It is well.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. 08064641536. Hello. Yes, welcome to the press conference.
I'm calling from Abuja. My name is Victor.
You are calling from where?
Abuja.
Okay, Victor.
My name is Victor.
Go ahead, Victor.
Please, I want to talk to my brother in the story.
Okay.
They say there is fishing time.
Says 9. Yes.
So, for what the house did, you know how to place.
Okay.
They want to save the life of the woman.
Okay.
Because the family member may be habitual drug guy.
Yes.
So he wants to come and kill the wife. So the house to be 3-9 edition because edition time, same 9.
Okay. Thanks a lot. 08064641536.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to the press conference.
Thank you, Mr. Okanjo. My name is Silan calling you from Turkey.
Oh, Sule, how is Lasisi today?
We thank God, definitely. Yesterday we missed you, but
Yes.
I hope everything is
Yeah, everything is okay now. We held up somewhere.
Okay, thank you so much. Definitely, you know, these are our politicians. If they are not in good terms with you, then they will find another thing so that they will try, they will link with you so that you can be able to overcome it.
Yes.
As what is happening in Kano for this deputy governor.
Yes.
So it seems that they are imposing some candidates to people, but people are stronger than them, and God is with us. Thank you. May God continue to bless you.
Amen. Thank you. 08064641536. Hello.
Good evening, functions.
Good evening, ma'am.
Madam Queen is coming from Abatua.
Oh, the queenly queen. Madam, how are you?
My brother, good evening, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
You see, anytime I see this governor of Edo State,
Yes.
I see that some people are very lucky in this life. Because I don't see how somebody like this will be a governor representing people, the whole state. It's very, very unfortunate because the other day I was watching one video where he was dancing. And when I went to the comments, some people were saying that if you stop at that dance, that if you not go close to the microphone. You know, this is our country.
Madam Queen, why are you trying to embarrass our governor? Why are you trying to embarrass our
She's
governor?
not embarrassing him.
You are even laughing
She's not
at our
embarrassing
governor.
him.
Our governor
She's
of Edo
reporting
State.
him
And
adequately.
you are laughing too.
I'm not laughing. No, I'm not laughing.
I think the people that impose him on the good people, they are the ones that is embarrassing the whole country.
Exactly.
Because it's not just about the good people, but it's about the entire country. Look at what this man, he has problem with figures, and he has
Problem with letters. With letters.
Can you imagine with letters? So what is he good at? Just for him to come and be talking like this. Oh, let me just end it on there. Let's work on the issue of the Kano State. You see what they are doing in this our country is very, very wrong. This man now, they just want to remove him because he refused to join the APC. That is the only thing, because I don't think any other reason outside of this is quite is unnecessary. Thank you very much.
That's a queenly conclusion. Thank you. Yes. 08064641536. Hello.
Good evening, Okanjo. This is Benedict.
Oh, Benedict, how are you?
Thanks, sir.
Yes. You sound very elegant this evening.
Yes, I'm very, very strong there because I have to make myself strong in the midst of so many widows that is first time down in this country. Sometimes in this country, you have just have to be strong on your own, honestly.
That's good.
Because I know I am not a political figure, but I can assure you that figures, especially when it comes to Naira, I will not find it difficult in pronouncing like the governor of the state, one of the governor will always be anti-Jews Nigeria in the face of the international community. But let me say this one thing, if you go to there are well intelligent people that even contested along with the governor in the last election that went the voting in and the governor of the state. One of the likes of somebody about somebody who is a legal luminary who contested in that particular election. And I wonder why the people of the state, of every other contestant decided to bring in Obebelo. And today now, if you go and mention a state in Lagos State, in Imo State, in another verses and say you come from a district, people are looking at you as you selected a governor who cannot even pronounce figures.
Okay.
Children of the Gassing can easily pronounce.
Okay.
And they give an answer. Look at people mentioning what they did today now. I think it's certain that APC should be giving us credible people, even if they're also having that particular culture opportunity. But let them give us somebody that can be able to speak English.
All right. All right, Mr. Ben. Yes.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend.
It's a good one. Thank you. 08064641536. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Welcome to the press conference.
I'm calling from Ringo.
Okay.
I begin to wonder, do they elect the governor to perform or to be calling the newspaper? I mean, somebody, the job is on you. The man you say, come and see my performance. That's why other people are wise. They are wise. They have elected him to perform. And he's performing. We are not discussing that giving program. He's not being elected to present anything. He's elected to perform. And that's why he was calling those other journalists to come and see what they elected him for. We are arguing over what the relevancy that we could not
is pronunciation not part of performance?
Do you know it's even right of somebody, even if it's stammer, it's your right you can become government. Even if you cannot govern, the being elected to perform, and it's performing. All the other ones are irrelevant.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you. 08064641536. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
This is Daniel from Angwari.
Oh, Dan from Angwari. How are you doing?
I'm doing too.
Oh, great.
Is it my uncle and my uncle Okandi? This is right?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. I've been following this program for quite a long time, over 3 years now. I've been following your program. It's not that I've not been calling.
Okay.
From Angwari.
You're welcome.
Uncle Mali.
Yes, sir.
I want you to believe what Uncle Okandi has been saying to you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
This our country is getting too much.
Okay, sir.
Hello?
Yes.
I can hear you, sir.
I said this our country is getting too much because I've been following this program for over 3 years now. It's not that I've not been calling.
Okay.
But I want Kumar, please, I want you to, our listeners, our dear listeners, Auntie Ada, I've been loving the way she was speaking. And please, I want you to visit Angwari sometime to know how our terrain is.
Okay. Yeah, we're having our own governor's invitation now to Angwari. Okay.
Uncle Okadi, please, I love the way you are speaking. Keep on doing it. Uncle Okadi is only smiling. He's only smiling. He knows the truth.
Thank you.
He knows the truth.
Thank you. Good.
Thank you very much. And of course, this is a place that the cookie will crumble for this week's edition of the press conference. Okandi?
Yes, we'll look hopefully to a great week next week. See you then, Mkandi Odi.
My name is Samson Samson. Keep, of course, praying for Nigeria and keep being the great citizen that you are. Bye-bye.